Hello and welcome to this short video about a mounting system, rail mounting system called Zeiss ZM VM. This rail system is also known as Zeiss inner rail or Zeiss 45 degrees rail or just simply as Z rail and so on. What is really interesting is that this system is not only used by Zeiss, but also by other companies like Docter, Minox, Leica, Meopta, and probably even more. If we say a couple of words why rail mounting of the rifle scopes is gaining popularity and why it is better than mounting with rings. First of all, if you mount the scope with rings, there is always the possibility that some tensions or pressure will be applied to the scope and that this will affect its performance. With rail mounting, this is definitely not the case. So you get better stability of the rifle scope, you get better robustness and also better reliability. And mounting with rail cannot affect optical properties. It cannot change the geometry of the scope. The other really important feature is also that if you have like this one, Zeiss ZM VM rail for mounting, the scope will always be mounted perfectly horizontal. So we will always have reticle aligned with the horizon. It is also easier to mount if you are not a gunsmith, if you have such a rail beneath the scope, and there is no markings on the scope if you mount it this way. So generally how this rail looks like, you can see there is an inner part and there is an outer part which is under 45 degrees. You definitely need appropriate mounting solution. You can have like 2 pieces mounting solution or 1 piece monoblock which holds the scope with a rail. Both of these mounts are made especially for Zeiss ZM VM rail, and the general principle is that small mounting parts like this one go inside the rail. You can see it here. And then the bigger outer part goes on top. And then you screw both these 2 parts together. When you do this, then you get a perfect fit, and such a mount will hold much bigger recoils and much bigger stress than normal ring mounts. So you have an inner part and outer part of the mounting system. With monoblock mounts, you can even have more of this inner mounting parts than with just if you have 2 separate, let's say, rings, but they are not rings. Okay, so in general, you got an impression how the Zeiss ZM VM rail looked like. We told what are the main advantages. One of the biggest advantages is definitely the robustness and reliability, and that there is no tension or stress being applied to the scope from the mounting system, and of course the perfect leveling. There is also a lot of producers who produce mounts for this type of mounting, for Zeiss ZM VM rail, but they are mostly in Europe, because this type of mounting is still more popular in Europe than anywhere else in the world. So in general, there is more than 10 companies in Europe which produce such mounts. So, a short summary: if you want to have a quality mounting solution for your scope and your rifle, consider also Zeiss ZM VM mounting rail. And for more information about this system and available scopes and mounting parts, you can click the link below in the description window of this video. Thank you.